qualifications and a background in business, contracts, and economic development. And over the past 20 years, I've been privileged through the course of my career to visit all 67 counties over 25 times on my own dime, not the taxpayer's dime, before asking for your vote. It is through meeting with my clients and their families in urban and rural markets that the same 5 key issues have kept coming up. So I've devised a plan called Build a Better Alabama. I want to utilize the office of Lieutenant Governor to improve the quality of life for Alabamians in 5 key areas: industry recruitment and retention, workforce development, statewide infrastructure improvements, rural health care, and public safety. Your industry recruitment and retention and your workforce development, those issues go hand in hand. As Lieutenant Governor, I want to ensure that every Alabamian, from the high school student to the veteran, has a clear path to a good paying job. Why? It keeps people off welfare, it reduces recidivism, and it gives a man or a woman a sense of purpose by being able to pay for something with a paycheck that he or she has earned. When Alabamians are working, we all benefit. As Lieutenant Governor, I'll also have my voice, and I'll be able to speak with our federal partners, whether it be our United States senators or congressmen, President Trump, whomever that next president is, or the United States Department of Transportation, to ensure that we're making smart, long-term, fiscally responsible infrastructure investments. And that's our roads, our bridges, our ports, and our broadband. And y'all know, being from Baldwin County, that is critical to economic development in your area. The broadband, that last component, goes hand in hand with rural health care. I want to make sure that our telehealth is expanded. I know how to bring rural health care to areas because I do it for a living. I represent a client, for example, who's a mental health practitioner that participates in a program called Talkspace, where her clients in rural areas can talk to her if they're having a crisis on their cell phones. She has directly been able to keep people from committing suicide by the use of rural broadband. The last group of people I want to talk about today, and I want to help, I see some in this room, are our public safety officials. And I want you to think about something. At some point over the course of your life, you're going to need access to a police officer, a sheriff, a firefighter, the military, either directly or indirectly, or EMS. As Lieutenant Governor, I want to ensure that the men and the women willing to put themselves forth will have access to the training, the tools, and the resources needed to protect and serve with excellence. They put their lives on the line for us. The least that we can do at the government level is to help them out and give them the tools and the respect that they need. Everything that I am advocating for, I have done as a member of the private sector, either through my company, on a board or committee, or as an individual. That's what you need in a lieutenant governor, a private sector candidate who's not a career politician and who knows how to get things done. The role of lieutenant governor was stripped of a lot of its power in the late 90s. By statute, I preside over the Senate, vote in case of a tie, or make conservative appointments. I am pro-life, I am pro-faith, I am pro-family, I am pro-Sex Amendment. I'm a former board member of the Alabama Federation of Republican Women. I have volunteered for President Donald J. Trump for all 3 of his campaigns, including 2 out-of-state deployments. In 2024, when I went with my husband, State Representative Tim Wadsworth, to Atlanta, I knocked 400 doors a day on one top door knocker. If that's not boots on the ground, y'all, I don't know what is. I'm asking you today for your vote because ultimately we need a lieutenant governor who understands our economy, our community, business, quality of life, and diplomacy, and who can strategically plan in a fiscally responsible way, not only for today's Alabama, but for future generations. Vote Nicole on May 19th because together we can build a better Alabama. Thank y'all.